Daniel was at a work Christmas party when a decision to kick on changed his life forever. He was deliberately run over, ending up in hospital with a long list of injuries. While the driver was jailed, 3 years on, Daniel's fight for justice isn't over.
It shouldn't have happened. What happened shouldn't have happened.
The driver was just completely irrational. I was shocked. I was really lost for words.
Sometimes life can take a shocking turn when you least expect it.
One Christmas party night out and your life's changed.
That's exactly right.
Daniel Topfer takes us back to the scene of a crime where a hit-and-run driver almost cost him his life.
And emotionally and physically, yeah, it was a long road. I'm still emotional about it.
Daniel was out with colleagues at a work Christmas party 3 years ago when a simple decision to kick onto another pub had a life-changing impact.
We were just crossing the road, basically to go to the next venue.
Another driver's dash cam captured the shocking incident on camera. You can see Daniel and his mates crossing that road when suddenly a driver makes an illegal U-turn that almost hits them.
The very first U-turn from that car, that was illegal in the first place.
Correct, there's no U-turn permitted sign there.
It played out right beside the busy Sunshine Plaza on Queensland's Sunshine Coast. The car comes so close to hitting Daniel that he hits its roof and yells at the driver.
Yeah, how close did it actually come to hitting you the first time?
Nearly ran over my toes. So that's why I just reached out and hit the roof of his car and said, "What the F are you doing?"
But that act sends the driver into some kind of rage, suddenly making another, even more dangerous manoeuvre.
The driver's second illegal U-turn happened right here. It was done in such a rush, he mounted that curb before accelerating around in this direction, heading straight towards Daniel and oncoming traffic.
The dash cam captures it all as this angry driver ploughs into the middle of Daniel's group.
You'd effectively found yourself sort of stranded on the road as that car's come back at you.
Basically, yes. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. It all happened that quickly. I think I just froze.
It's partially obscured by the oncoming traffic, but right here is the moment the car runs over Daniel, knocking him unconscious to the ground.
What is then the next memory you've got of what actually happened?
I remember waking up with my face down on the ground, and my work colleague said, "You've been run over by a car, don't move, we've called an ambulance." And yeah, that's next memory.
He was treated at the scene by paramedics and then rushed to hospital with a long list of injuries.
I ended up with a left broken foot, left broken or fractured shoulder, a big burn mark on my right calf there. I got cuts here, cut on my head.
His wife Crystal was in shock when she heard what happened.
I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe someone would purposely run somebody over.
Daniel's leg injury was of most concern. Months later, it required another 9-day hospital stay for a skin graft. After initially fleeing the scene, the driver later handed himself into police with marijuana discovered in his system. 18-year-old Nash Habler pleaded guilty to assault occasioning bodily harm while armed, dangerous operation of a motor vehicle, and drug driving. Habler was jailed for 2 years to be suspended after serving 3 months.
I just hope if there's a kid out there watching this today that they don't do the same thing and make that same mistake, because it's not their life they're ruining, it's families' entire lives.
Daniel's ongoing battle has been with the insurer of the criminal's car, which is yet to pay any compensation for the injuries and trauma suffered.
If I crash my car today, it's going to be in the body shop in a couple of weeks. If I write it off, I'm going to have a cheque for it from the insurance company within a few weeks. But yet I've been run over by someone and got nothing in 3 years.
So this incident has had a huge impact on Daniel. It has changed his whole life.
Melissa Cheshire is from Shine Lawyers, who are representing Daniel in his drawn-out battle with insurer Suncorp.
Well, Daniel's not asking for the world. He's just asking that his life get back on track and to be fairly compensated for what him and his family have been through. And obviously, the longer this goes on, the harder it is for him.
Suncorp has made several offers to Daniel since legal proceedings began, which haven't been accepted due to the impact the crash had on his life.
Dramatically changed our lives. I lost my income. We were forced to move.
Their financial difficulties forced the couple to leave the Sunshine Coast to live in a more affordable area where he found flexible employment. They left behind the children they share custody of, adding to their mental trauma.
It is really hard to get on top of things when, you know, you can't afford to see a therapist or psychologist.
How do you feel the insurer's been treating you?
Disgustingly for the amount of time we've waited. I understand them saying, look, we need to leave it 12 months to see how your injuries have turned out. But, you know, 12 months was nearly 2 years ago.
A spokesperson said Suncorp believes it has handled his claim fairly and efficiently, adding that discrepancies in medical assessments of Daniel's injuries have contributed to delays in the process.
Why does someone have to be mentally and physically slammed and then wait years to get something resolved?
And Suncorp says it's optimistic a mutually agreeable settlement can be reached soon.